Hello, this is Andrew Thake from Minds and Money. I'm at our Minds and Money online global event, which is sponsored by Trade and Investment Queensland. Delighted to be joined with you today by Theo Psaros, who is Executive Chairman of Metallica Minerals. Delighted that you're with us today, Theo.
Thanks, Andrew. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great stuff. Can you probably just start by just telling our listeners a little bit more about Metallica Minerals?
Yeah, look, we're an ASX listed company based here in Brisbane, but we have a very exciting project that we are developing in far north Queensland. And it's our intention to develop a silica sand project. The world is running out of high quality silica sand, and our project located at Cape Flattery is right next door to the world's largest silica sand mine, owned and managed and operated by Mitsubishi.
Okay, and also, can you just tell us a little bit about your experience and your involvement within the mining industry?
Look, I came into the Queensland mining industry a number of years ago, looking to develop coal projects here in Queensland. There was a break in that time in the industry where I concentrated on capital raising. Myself and two other fellow directors came onto the Metallica board in 2019. And we have, like the rest of the world, been through some interesting times through COVID, but we're pleased that we've come out the other side and, we've drilled our Cape Flattery project. We will drill again next month. And, we're very confident that we will develop it over the next 2 or 3 years.
You mentioned COVID-19 there. How did your company specifically deal with that, and are there any ongoing issues at the moment that you're still dealing with?
I don't think we dealt with it too differently to other small resource companies. We were very quiet. It was very difficult to, we simply could not travel to far north Queensland during that time. But the travel restrictions were relaxed last year. We were able to drill. We have no ongoing issues as far as COVID go. I think Queensland needs to be applauded with how we've handled it. But we're very conscious that things can change very quickly. But at this stage, it's business as usual for us.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about your investors and your major shareholders?
Look, we completed a very successful rights issue approximately 6 weeks ago. We went to the market to raise $4.9 million. And through a significant oversubscription, we banked 7 million Australian dollars. We welcomed on the register a private family group called Ilwella Proprietary Limited, and they currently sit, they invested at that stage at 15%, and they issued a change in their shareholding to now hold 17.6%. The remainder of our register is very much high net worth individuals, and as Metallica has been around for a very long time, a lot of mum and dad investors.
Okay, excellent to hear. And just as a follow-up question to that, is it mainly Australian investors, or do you also have some international investors as well?
Australian investors.
Okay, and would you have any plans to sort of change that, or is your main focus for the foreseeable future going to be Australian investors?
Well, look, it's important to note that we've got a product that the world wants.
Yeah.
So we are constantly talking to people, fund managers, brokers throughout Asia. It was not for the capital raise in 2021, but we know that as we develop our project, additional capital will be needed in years to come. So, we will broaden our reach to potential investors.
Listening to you, I can imagine one of the advantages that Metallica Minerals have is there aren't too many kind of competitors or peers within your space, but I imagine that there must be a few. For our listeners out there, what sets Metallica Minerals apart from your peers?
Those who have seen our presentations and presentations coming up, the location of our project is in a designated port area, and that's a key point of difference with our project. The Queensland government has very strict rules about building infrastructure anywhere near the Great Barrier Reef. However, our project is located in a designated port area. So it is our intention to build our own infrastructure to allow transshipping of our silica sand in years to come. So that's a standout difference from other proponents who are developing projects in Queensland and also in other states of Australia. I've got to stress the Cape Flattery silica product is very highly regarded around the world. And with Mitsubishi having been in production for 50 years, the product is extremely well known, and hence we are getting significant interest in what we're up to.
That kind of leads me on to my next question. It sounds like you've got like a great, great product, great sort of company, great management team. What kind of news and what key milestones can investors expect, say, over the next 12 to 24 months?
Yeah, look, the benefits of completing a capital raise, one, we'll be spending it extremely wisely, but the next 6 months are an important stage. We've lodged a mining lease application that is in train. We start a major drilling program next month. We've earmarked about 82 holes, and we expect to enhance our JORC resource. We will be lodging environmental application in coming months. We plan to be releasing a scoping study during July. We will start further discussions with the traditional landowners in relation to the potential for the location of the mine and other further cultural heritage aspects. We will do more metallurgic studies in coming months. Most importantly, in the next couple of months, we will have started a pre-feasibility study. Having that finished before year end is a goal, but in the mining game, processes, things pop up that mean there are at times delay, but we're confident of having it completed this calendar year, but maybe not released until early in 2022. So plenty of activity coming up.
Okay. What are the key risks and challenges that you're facing, and how does Metallica Minerals de-risk those?
Look, I'm hesitating. Risks are in any mining project. There'll be, what does the world stock markets look like? Do we have the ability to get access to capital? I wouldn't call it a risk, but we're very conscious, and we've worked very hard with the traditional landowners. So we've got some way to go to ensure that they are happy with. They're very happy with what we've done so far, but we're getting into that stage of development where we will need to. The agreements we need to strike with them are including commercial terms. So that will be an interesting process. We will be lodging a site-specific environmental application. So we're still very early in our environmental assessment process. So the obvious risks remain around that, and we're very conscious of what the rules are here in Queensland and also federally. So, but we're confident that in being next door to somebody who's been mining for 50 years, our product is somewhat benign. The way we operate is not a difficult mining process, and barging operations should be pretty benign as well. So there are the natural risks in any mining project, but we're confident that we can mitigate all of them.
Okay. It sounds as if sustainability, ESG, is kind of like really sort of like important to Metallica Minerals. It's
as the world fully understands that ESG component is significantly important, and we are a company with appropriate governance. We're very much conscious of where our project is located, and we'll be making sure that our operations are 110% environmentally appropriate. And I can't stress the amount of time and effort we've taken so far with the local population up there. We have a social responsibility to them, and we started very much from day one by advising the traditional landowners that we want to be part of their community, not the other way around. And so we've been very open and transparent with them. So we're very conscious of the ESG component.
Thank you very much. That was Theo Psaros, Executive Chairman, Metallica Minerals, with Andrew Thake from Mines and Money.
Thank you, Andrew.